time's up 3. He goes into his apartment. He's carrying files and beer. Apparently he had to go get stitched up from the last one. And as soon as he got home, they're calling again, saying be at this barn at 2 o'clock for the next challenge. He's like, wait a minute, man, I need to nurse my wounds, you know, I need time to heal. And they just hang up. So, you know, now, they didn't say this time about not having a weapon. So he's at least, he goes to his bedroom and he gets a 9mm. He's at least taking one gun, you know, because he needs some kind of help. So on the clock in his car, it says 1:50. So he gets there 10 minutes early. And he's looking at the barn. This one's kind of an older, different barn than the other one. And he sees this old guy sitting in his car reading a paper, kind of a little bit up the hill from the barn. He figures he has some time, so he's going to go talk to the guy. Will the guy give him any information? Probably not, but in this situation, it never hurts to take every chance that you can get. So he goes up to the guy, and the guy tells him immediately, he goes, there are 6 people in there, 4 guys, 2 women, all with some kind, at least one gun. And he was like, well, man, thank you. You know, you at least helping me out knowing what's in there. And he goes, if you survive, come and see me when you're done. And he was like, man, you know, he appreciates that. So he goes to walk off to the barn, you know, still having a little bit of time. He does not want to go through that front door because, you know, that's definitely kill zone, especially if they got weapons in there. So he kind of walks around the barn trying to look for another entrance. He finds one of them sliding doors. So he's figuring he's going to rip it open and run in. I mean, it's not the best plan, but it's the best he has at this point. Okay? So he opens it up and he goes running in. And as soon as he does, he gets shot in the shoulder. And he goes down behind this, like, truck. Beat up old truck thing. So when he's on the ground, he sees feet coming around, and he shoots the guy's foot, and when the guy goes down, he shoots him in the head. So if the guy outside was right, and there's 6, now, you know, he's got 5 more to go, and he's already down 2 bullets when his gun holds 9, so he's got 7 bullets. So his odds aren't that good. Now, he wants to go over and check that guy and get that guy's gun, but the problem is somebody throws a freaking pitchfork at him and almost hits his head, so he goes running and he dives in this big pile of hay. Naturally, a couple people shoot it up, but, you know, this thing is huge, so he's basically crawling through it. Now, he gets to one side and he's able to peek out, and he can see 2 people kind of motioning to each other like they're talking of what they're going to do. Now, they both have guns. The quickest thing that comes to his head is to jump up and throw the hay everywhere and hopefully outshoot them. Not the best plan, but you got to think on your feet in situations like this. So that's what he does. He throws it up and they all start shooting at each other. He's able to shoot the guy. Luckily, the woman starts running away, but she's shooting, and he's shooting back at her. He catches her in the butt with a bullet, but she's able to duck around this, I don't know what it is. It's just a pile of wood and stuff like that. So he's still hurt in the shoulder. He actually ended up shooting about 5-6 bullets, so he knows he's almost out. So he needs to crawl and find a place to hide up. Okay, now there's this workbench off to the side that he gets to. So he figures he's going to crawl underneath the workbench and at least try to reload, you know. But when he goes to crawl in, there was a guy waiting in there, hiding in there. Luckily, he was quicker to shoot him than him. So he was able to empty his gun into him. Now, he crawls on top of the guy and switches places and puts the guy on top of him. That way, when they're coming around, because naturally they're going to come to where they're hearing the gunfire. And they do come around, they look in there, and they see the body. He's actually reloading and using the other guy's gun. So there are like 2 people there that are in there. And yeah, so he already killed one, he killed another, and then there's 2 of them right there that just starts shooting at the body, but the body is almost like a bulletproof vest to him. And he's able to reach around and he's able to shoot both of them. Well, at least he doesn't know that he hits both of them until he crawls out and finds both of their bodies down. So now he's down 4 out of the 6. So there's still 2 left. Naturally, he, as quick as he can, he ammos up, you know. And he starts walking out, and somebody's firing at him from the rafters above. There's like a second level to this barn. So he dives behind the wooden planks, and there's like a pile of wood and stuff like that. Now he can see off to the distance that there are steps to go up to the second level. So he knows he needs to get up there. So once he gets over there, somebody shoots at him, but clearly misses, and he ducks down behind the steps. But then he hears somebody whistling to him. So he kind of peeks out, and the lady that he shot in the butt is making her way over to him. Now, first instinct is to kill her, but then again, he's kind of, you know, in a bad situation here. So he has his gun on her. He can kill her at any time, but he lets her get close enough to at least talk to him. And she tells him, look, the guy upstairs is bad for both of us, you know, because only one person can walk out of here. So we need to work together. And he was like, I don't trust you. But she was like, look, but you know I'm right, you know. He's got the advantage. So she's like, I'm going to go and draw his fire. You go up and kill him. And then we'll deal with that. Which, to a little bit, doesn't make sense to him, because then that puts him at the higher angle and the advantage. But then again, she's kind of trying to build trust between him, because right now, it's, any way you look at it, it's 2 against 1. And they needed 1 against 1 for a fair shot, you know. So she goes running off, and the guy, the sniper above, starts trying to shoot at her. So he ducks around, and he goes up the steps, you know. And he knows as soon as he gets high enough, he's going to be in clear and present danger, you know. So he waits for a couple more seconds, and then she goes running again to draw the guy's fire. As soon as he does, he goes running up. The sniper figures it out immediately, takes a couple shots at her, turns around to try to shoot him, but he's already coming up, unloading his gun. So the sniper jumps down off the rafters, and now is down on the other level with her. So now they actually have the same issue of the higher guy is the bad guy. So he's up there, and he's looking at it the same way. He's got the high advantage. He's trying to kill both of them. This is not playing fair. It's survival of the fittest. So they both turn, and actually both of them hit him and shoot him, and he goes down. So then they turn on each other, you know, because there can only be one. The problem is the woman used all her bullets. She's completely out. Which the sniper don't care. He's like, hey, it's the luck of the draw, you know, and he kills the unarmed woman, you know. So he wins. He goes out. He goes up to the old guy, which apparently said it to everybody. And the old guy asked him, you know, is everything done? And he said, yes, they couldn't outsmart me. And the old guy takes out his gun and kills him. And he tells him the smart person would wait until the last person comes out and take care of business. The phone rings, and his cell phone rings. But before he can answer it, even though he got shot twice, they didn't kill him. So he comes out, and he was like, no, the smart one is to make sure everybody's dead before you play your hand. He kills the old guy, picks up the phone, and they tell him, good job, be at this address tomorrow. And he's got 2 gunshot wounds that he's got to go address. So he just throws that in there, because if he don't take care of the gunshot wounds, he ain't going to live until tomorrow. But he does. Now he's a little messed up. He's walking slow. But he gets to this building, and they take him to the basement. And then they go into this secret room that leads into another secret room. And then when he gets in there, there's a whole bunch of these old guys, like old mafia, bad guys. Some of them are praising him, like, hey, we won a lot of money on you, because apparently they were all watching this. It was almost like a blood sport game to them. But at the same time, they take him to the main leader, and he's like, look, you are now highly ranked in our organization. You have proven yourself, and welcome aboard. And when they say that, he was like, well, I got to give 2 weeks to notice to my employer. And they all start laughing like, what are you talking about? How crazy is this guy? And he throws down his badge, right? And they still think it's all a joke because, dude, look at all the people that he killed to get to this point, But they weren't laughing when the SWAT team come in. And everybody's swarming in, and arresting these old guys and shit like that, because they're like the head crime family of the freaking country, And so he walks out, lets them do their business. They're threatening, oh, you're going to die and this and that. But after what he's been through, you really think he cares of what anybody's threatening him? So he goes to the down the street, and he's sitting on the beach, and his cell phone rings, which is the police, his like captain, whatever, the person that's in charge, saying, good work, we'll be in touch. So he just takes his cell phone and throws it in the fucking ocean and just lays back on the sand. And for now, it's the end.